Hey everybody, this is PD from the Spinner Rack, and today I'm doing the teaser to the Fantastic Four First Steps. Because we're in dire need of content, I'm doing this now. We will do this again with our whole group. And since we need some stuff, I've been working on some stuff, new stuff for you guys. I do also have some reviews to do, some reviews that Cal wants to do, but I just want to give a quick jump into Fantastic Four First Steps, and then we'll get the whole crew in here doing this trailer soon, if not today after they see this up. All right, so let's go.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay, is this guy good or what?
I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
T-5. Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah, best looking he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we face it together. As a family.
Well, looks like we survived it, guys. We survived it. Let me give you my thoughts. I'm still kind of not with the Jetsons slash World's Fair feel. I get it. They're doing the 60s. This is the 60s. Someplace, wherever this was in New York City is gone. Because obviously they're showing you, I guess that's some structures. And, well, actually, the Marvel Universe doesn't take place in our universe anymore. It's a different timeline because you can see the Statue of Liberty now has Captain America's shield and it's still copper colored. So this isn't them having a different 60s and having more art direction from that is fine. I mean, it's not the same Earth as us. It's not the world outside our window, like where you try to find out where in Queens Spider-Man was, type of deal. So in here, I don't know if they're trying to keep face here, but obviously since we don't see any heavy drama, since the FF was the one to bring the characters that brought personality to comic books, and then the Avengers did the bickering, they are showing you a functional family in these four people, this team. And here's the Baxter Building. I'm going to get back to that later because that is not the Baxter Building. It's sad to see that it's, to say like this, I understand this is the 60s, but Kirby's design was in the 60s. So, like, why not just use Kirby designs for that, right? Instead of trying to do this kind of, what's that thing? The World's Fair type of something or another. Herbie is fine. I don't think Herbie for me was the best because there was two Fantastic Four cartoons. So you had the one in the 60s that had the Human Torch, which I loved, and then we had the one in the 70s, which I watched, but I was not happy with it. I wasn't happy the Torch was in there. I was not happy with Herbie at all. I didn't like the dynamic with Thing and Herbie. And Reed kind of was really a stock character, whereas the 60s one had Reed as basically a man of action. The voice carried it so far. The Thing, I like the fact that they're cheating it, keeping him in costume so they don't have to deal with the rocks all the time. I'm not cool with the chest muscles. Thing is a slab, and we'll get more to that. Side note, this background is from, I think it's Henry Barr. He does audio comic books, audio animated stories. It's Harry Barr. We're going to show you something on that so you can get more to what this background's about. But I wanted more of a classic kind of FF to go along with what I'm doing here. So I'm not really with the kind of thing having chest muscles, and but the graphics look pretty good. This thing is similar to Lee Weeks. This thing, I'll try to have an example of that too. But hey, this is the best thing we've gotten so far. I mean, kind of wish they kind of went with what I guess Byrne was doing, but this is fine as long as he doesn't look terrible. And I just a side note, Kirby didn't describe these as rocks. He described them as scales. So, and then when he wrote the book in What If, he had people describing it as scales. So, interesting part of, obviously people look at him as a rock monster. Kirby, I don't think ever looked at him like that. He always looked at it as original because it was originally supposed to be dinosaur hide, and slowly, because it became easier and easier to draw, he became this rock formation, and then he became a muscular version of his kind of rocky plate formation. So anyway, this looks good. Let's keep going. The hard part is Reed, but we have Pedro Pascal, so I don't think they're going to let Reed go to the background. I don't think the other movies did, but they always kind of had Reed try to find his heart or find his strength. And I don't think they're going to have to worry about with Pedro Pascal. I just wish he would get rid of the mustache. But it's a thing where this is part of his thing. These characters are not, their voices are not, this is not Ben Grimm, but hey, what can we do? Was it this version isn't as bad as the other one, so and they're going away from the voice. Now Johnny, I'm not sure why Johnny's having some hair trouble in this. I mean, for Marvel Studios, and I'm pretty sure some of the older guys in Marvel have had some hair pieces. I'm not sure what's going on with Johnny's hair, but there's some of these scenes. Torch already looks like it's going to work, but then the thing is kind of really well adjusted already. When you start off, you don't want him to be well adjusted. What worked was he, he's on the edge of possibly being a villain. Having him already well adjusted kind of kills your but to the Marvel Universe, the Marvel MCU, they're kind of like, hey, then that makes him the Hulk. No, it was the reverse. People said, oh, that's why they didn't buy the Hulk. They were like, well, we got the thing. What do we need this Hulk for? And we found out later, right? But otherwise, okay, Fantastic Car, not buying it either. We're talking about the 60s. Kirby did designs in the 60s, so you can utilize Kirby's designs, and people have. It's in Deadpool, right? Red Ghost, spot on. It's spot on from Red Ghost. Galactus, when I first saw it, I was pretty scared, but it has a Mobius feel. I will defend the first set of Fantastic Four movies. They didn't just plan for him to be a cloud. He was supposed to be in the third movie. Obviously, doing the Silver Surfer, they spent most of their budget, so they did that, and then they were planning to bring Silver Surfer, Galactus, and Frankie Ray into the third one. So before anyone says anything, and it's interesting that this is a different universe, because the one in the MCU is Copper. So, or maybe they cleaned it up, but I don't know now. I don't know what timeline this is, but they're still doing timelines, I guess. I don't remember the being replaced. Art direction, the costumes work for the Thing. I think if these wide collars for the other two. I just wish they kind of went a little baggy. I think one of the things, and I always bring it up, that Byrne did was to design it, tailor it so it didn't look like just like a bad version of superhero costumes. Now, when you looked at the original costumes, they really worked. When you saw FF3, and I think he went, through, trying to get things done in time, the costumes just got simplified. But it was always Kirby, so it kind of worked. I think Byrne kind of took it and kind of just like, let's tailor it, and it'll look good next to Spider-Man. It'll look good next to the other heroes, and that's what you're kind of looking for. What else do I got for you guys to say about this? Hold on. Sorry for this thing. Sorry, just getting these things together. Cool. All right, so I think that covers most of it. So it's actually happening. Oh man, what am I doing here? Let's see here. Hey, so I did want to show you this Fantastic Four audio comics this is a great site, Harry Brower. I just want to give you an example of what.
Stick 4.
So here we have, just to show you, kind of Byrne taking what was the original ones and kind of widening the collar. Now he's kind of cheating. He likes to cheat the necks to kind of make it a little more prominent, but I'm fine with that. And if we go to, let me turn this down. We go to the thing here. You see, this is close to this man, this monster, how he's imposed. So Byrne is going even further slab. Kirby would have kind of muscles here, but Byrne went back to kind of the early thing formation where he didn't have kind of any kind of body tone. So the arms and chest are slab. So he kind of took the stuff that was going on early and put it into this thing. So just to give you a look, and we're just going to watch it without the audio for now, because they did all the great work. And starting off cosmic, like this is one of my favorite issues, and it starts off cosmic in the negative zone. And this is what you want to feel from a Fantastic Four comic book. The hard part in doing the stuff of having them in New York or the 60s is that we've had the Avengers in New York. We've had people interact with them. And, I think what Byrne did was have more people interact instead of fighting. But movies, it's easier to do that. So maybe if they were to have started with a bang, with their most cosmic shot to say, hey, this is what's happening. And is there anything else in here? This is combining two comic books, the Avengers and the FF. So just want to get to one that here, and then once you have some of the supporting cast, I always get into that. There's no point doing that. Oh yeah, it has Galactus too. Yeah, so I always said that thinking that the female Silver Surfer is going to be in this to have a romance with Johnny, doing the reverse of what Byrne did. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you this. This is a great thing. I'm going to have a link down for you guys to check it out. I only wish they would do more. Like they've done, I think, a good 12 or something like that, which are all good. So I'm not sure they're going to do the master, but oh yeah, I got one last thing for you to do, and uh, and the last bit for this video is here's John Byrne's modeling of the Fantastic Four building. I think this one, he hadn't had it finished yet, but I thought it was good to show. Like, why not have the rocket in there to go for the whole thing, right? Go for that, right? And or the Fantastic Car, go for it. You know, we've seen it in Deadpool. Here we have a toy of it. They've added some bells and whistles to it. It was very. You know, the thing is, one of the things is that Jack Kirby was under the gun, so he would create technology early on, and it would be very minimal. So this is he had to do a new Fantastic Car because the people wrote in saying it was a flying bathtub, but at the same time, people still like this. Byrne brought back to this. Sometimes they go on to the other one. But and then the Thing. I just want to show you Lee Week's version of the Thing. He has no chest muscle here. He does go for the unibrow. So unibrow is definitely a mainstay. So you don't always have to have just the kind of eyebrow, the kind of how Byrne does it. Byrne was matching what was done in the early versions, but the unibrow is classic. So you know, we can't really fight about that. So there we go. This is my video. We're going to probably do some more on this later, but, you know, had to get this one out. Spinner Rack is out.